And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Today is Monday, July 8th. Welcome to News 12 Now. I'm Kylee Dedmon. New this afternoon, a fatal crash happened this weekend on the same road a fatal incident happened the weekend before. The crash occurred Saturday around 3 p.m. 21-year-old Paul Crabtree from Whitesboro was on US 70 and Streetman Road, a mile west of Weed. According to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, Crabtree failed to yield from a stop sign when turning left. Driver Emily Janke then crashed into his driver's side door. Crabtree was not wearing his seatbelt. The young man was transported by air to a Plano hospital where he was pronounced dead at the same day. Janke was taken to a Durant hospital for minor injuries. She has since been released. Streetman Road is the same road where pedestrian Stefan Severini was hit and killed by a drunk driver. The crashes happened just a mile from each other. The Sherman Medical Center has officially closed its behavior health unit. The inpatient facility had 12 private beds to provide psychiatric care for those in a mental health crisis. All patients currently receiving care have been contacted to discuss alternative options. The decision follows a comprehensive review of the community's health needs. The hospital has decided moving resources to mammography, dialysis, and new surgical equipment will better serve Texoma. For more information on the closure or a list of alternative local resources, you can go to this story on our website at KXII.com. And a follow-up on an animal cruelty case we told you about last week involving an animal control officer in Seminole County. Now, a warning, this video is disturbing and graphic. The roughly 4-minute video allegedly shows 39-year-old Cody Fitzgerald after he was called to Seminole State College to pick up 2 dogs at the dorms. An affidavit notes the dogs were not aggressive. Fitzgerald is seen beating, sitting on, and strangling one of the dogs. Fitzgerald was arrested on Wednesday and released after posting a $10,000 bond. The Texas coast is getting hit hard by now tropical storm Beryl. It's the first hurricane to make landfall in the U.S. this Atlantic hurricane season. At least one person has been killed due to the storm. Lee Waldman is in Point Lavaca with the latest.
Now Tropical Storm Beryl is moving through the Houston area. We're getting reports of high water rescues happening there right now. This comes after we're hearing of our first death attributed to this storm also in the Houston area. All of this comes as more than 2.3 million customers are without power, all thanks to Beryl moving through Texas.
We've got tree limbs, a tremendous amount of debris that's on the road. Water's covering the roadways now.
Beryl made landfall in Texas early Monday morning after strengthening to a Category 1 hurricane.
We've had hours and hours and hours of extremely high winds, high water. It is a significant storm.
The storm's damaging winds toppled trees and down power lines, leaving many homes and businesses in the dark. More than 1.5 million of those are in the Houston area alone, according to local provider CenterPoint Energy. Authorities are asking residents just to stay where they are and not try to go out.
The biggest concern is people staying put until the storm conditions subside. They need to continue to be hunkered down, let the storm, let the winds pass, and then pretty much stay put. Take care of things on their own property.
Some in low-lying areas evacuated ahead of the storm. Others boarded up and hunkered down. Memories of the damage Hurricane Harvey caused 7 years ago still on their minds.
You don't leave any rock unturned in preparation, that's for sure. After Harvey, you just every hurricane approaching you is huge.
Tropical Storm Beryl is bringing with it the threat of tornadoes. Right now, 3.5 million people between Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas are currently under tornado watches or warnings. We have our eyes on the path of what's already a destructive storm. In Port Lavaca, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department is offering refuge to anybody trying to escape and flee from the Houston area. Anyone escaping the storm can stay for free at campsites at any of the more than 80 parks statewide. Spots can be reserved on the state parks website.
Yeah, Beryl is going to make its presence known here in Texoma. Well, it kind of already has, but in terms of rain totals, at least so far today, yeah, you can see really not all that impressive. Only a few locations have actually gotten rain. Choctaw, Pushmataha counties have been kind of the wetter spots, with one little isolated storm in Collin County. Reason being, well, a lot of the rain has stayed just to our immediate east, so we're kind of getting into a dry spot. We have a weak cold front that is pretty much tearing Beryl apart as it gets closer to us. But with that being said, Max Radar shows a few showers and kind of an area of more solid rain moving in for now. So there it is. Tropical storm Beryl now, not hurricane Beryl. It's falling apart really quickly, and we're going to be kind of keeping an eye on that as we go through the rest of the day today. We're going to walk you through what Futurecast is showing and what we have after Beryl leaves Texoma. All that coming up in the full forecast. Till then, back to you, Kylie.
All right, thank you, Brian. Well, an Ardmore business owner tells News 12 she will be rebuilding after a fire Friday evening that burned down her packing and shipping service. Desiree McGarty owns Going Postal in Ardmore and says the fire started in a back room of the building around 8 p.m. Thankfully, no one was inside. McGarty says the fire destroyed thousands of dollars of equipment, merchandise, and even priceless memories.
You go in there and it looks like an apocalypse. I mean, everything's soaked, everything's destroyed, the ceilings are hanging down. It's just total ruin.
McGarty asked people to tell the Ardmore Fire Department if you have any information about what happened. Denison residents worried about the proposed concrete and rock crushing plant trying to move into Grayson County will now get to voice their opinions to the Texas Commission on Environment Quality. We first reported on the story back in April when a company called North Texas Natural Select Materials applied for an air quality permit to build the crusher on the south side of Denison. Residents have been speaking out ever since, and starting next month, they can speak directly to those with the power to make decisions. Residents have told News 12 they're mainly worried about an increase in heavy truck traffic, pollutants and dust collecting in the air and on homes and cars, the loud noise, and the plant's effect on property value. The TCEQ is holding a public hearing at the KXII Auditorium in Sherman on August 1st. Texoma now has a vending machine that sells ammo. American Rounds operates these machines. It's located at the Super C Mart in Kingston. If you want to buy any, you'll need to bring your ID. The machine first scans the ID, then your face to verify your identity. The company says this is the future of ammo sales. This location is one of 4 locations in Oklahoma. And taking a look at national headlines now, the Boeing company has agreed to a plea deal over 2 plane crashes in order to sidestep criminal court proceedings. The Justice Department says Boeing has accepted a criminal fraud charge related to 2 737 MAX jetliner crashes, the October 2018 Lion Air crash in Indonesia that killed 189 people, and the March 2019 Ethiopian Airlines flight crash in Ethiopia that killed 157 people. Boeing's new guilty plea will let it avoid a criminal trial. Boeing will now pay a new $243.6 million fine. In a letter sent to congressional Democrats this morning, President Biden wrote that he is staying in the race despite growing calls for him to step aside following his poor debate performance. Nicole Sanko reports from Washington.
President Biden is making it clear he's not going anywhere.
All the data shows that the average Democrat out there who voted, 14 million of them that voted for me, still want me to be the nominee.
In a live phone interview Monday on MSNBC, Biden said he doesn't care what the party elites think. And in a letter to congressional Democrats, he wrote, "The voters and the voters alone decide the nominee of the Democratic Party," adding that it's time for the question of how to move forward to end. But it isn't ending. The number of House Democrats saying Biden should step aside in the wake of his dismal debate performance last month continues to grow.
He looks very frail. His voice is very soft. It's not robust. And again, it is not how I perceive that. It's how the American people perceive it.
Even Pennsylvania voters who support the president are split over the path forward.
Biden just needs to step down and let someone else take the reins.
We need to stand behind him because we are standing on his record and the kind of man that he is.
Biden will be busy this week hosting a NATO summit and holding his first domestic solo news conference in 7 months. He also has a campaign event in the battleground state of Michigan Friday. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Washington.
Thank you for watching today's News 12 Now. Make sure to subscribe so you find out why Texoma turns to us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you'll see more social media exclusive content. Want more News 12 Now? Watch us live every weekday through the KXII app on your phone or TV and through our website.